Hi all. Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Once again, we have lots to cover, lots of updates. Let's just jump right in and get there, shall we? Let's go. Okay, I know you guys are as sick of hearing about Mr. Boozy as I am, so we're going to make this part really short, okay? Mr. Boozy started a Change.org petition. Yes, he did. He started a petition to try to shut down the, as he calls it, single-minded hate accounts. So I found this really interesting. Elaine Jeans, one of my Twitter followers, went on her Facebook page and had a bot sentinel site saying that she had signed the petition when she didn't. So she has now removed her name from it and sent a message to change.org to let them know what's going on. So it could be that bots are signing this petition. Wouldn't surprise me at all. For those that are interested in reporting this petition, here's some instructions. Pulled them right off of Twitter. Just freeze the screen and follow them. You all should also be aware that another Change.org petition went up, and this one is asking Twitter to suspend Christopher Boozy for his targeted harassment. So if you feel strongly about it, go on there and sign it. Personally, I love this tweet from Royal Terrier because here she shows the difference in the number of people that sign these petitions. Justice Jones got 6.5 million signatures. I mean, it goes down the list, you can see it. But the point is, Mr. Boozy was so proud because he got 1,500. That's right, 1,500. Now remember, there's millions and millions and millions of people on Change.org and on Twitter. And he got 1,500. He's also putting up tweets now claiming that Yankee Wally is trying to get people to start their own YouTube accounts and she's offering money. Which just goes to show how deluded Mr. Boozy is because she doesn't have extra money to offer to anybody. I think we all know from hearing her through the years what her financial situation is. This guy is a loon. He's claiming that what Wally is doing is a violation of YouTube rules. And he said it's dangerous because she's one of the largest platforms. Actually, she's not. Taz has a bigger platform than her. Lady C has a bigger platform. Neil Sean has a bigger platform. But he's not going to mess with them because he's smart enough to know that they'll fight him in court. They have the money for it and they'll wipe the floor with him. And finally, I found this interesting because now that the cat is out of the bag and we all know that Mr. Boozy was working in cahoots with Sunshine Sachs, remember? He's just going to ignore it, call all of us YouTubers, including Lady C, idiots, and claims that journalists are still contacting him for information that there's going to be articles coming out. Okay. He is so hyper-focused on Wally, he literally has become a stalker. Creepy. Now, as he is now in a downward spiral, he's trying to pull the race card. You know, kind of like Megan does every time somebody doesn't agree with her. Wonder where he learned that trick. And I find it absolutely hilarious that this man who's stalking people he doesn't know online and constantly tweeting about them is telling somebody else to get a mental health evaluation. Oh, goodness. I found this article to be very interesting that supposedly Harry and Meghan are caught up in a cryptocurrency scam. Let's not forget that the bot sentinel creator Christopher Boozy, aka Iconic Expert, aka Barabbas, I guess is how you say it, is caught as a cryptocurrency scammer. So once again, for those of you who are unaware or who haven't seen it, I will link the article about his other scamming behavior in the description box. All right, moving on. Now moving on to the whole security debacle, the Home Office is apparently not backing down in its legal battle with Prince Harry. You know, wanting police protection when he and Meghan visit Britain. They're not backing down. So it gives Harry the perfect reason not to show up for the Platinum Jubilee or to show up alone. The problem is they want to show up with Netflix. They want to do some taping and it's just not happening. Okay, it's nice for Dan Wooten to write this, but we already know that Harry is regretting quitting the Royals and he wants to come back. And he's using the children for emotional blackmail. We already know this, okay? But it also came out recently that Harry and Meghan are very upset because I think they thought their friends would come out in support of them. You know what I'm saying? That Beyonce and all these people that just supposedly love Meghan Markle would come out and say, give her the protection she needs. But they haven't, and there's a reason for that. According to Neil Sean, and he always has the inside track on this kind of stuff, the reason that people aren't coming out in defense of Harry and Meghan getting that extra security is because the Earthshot Prize is taking place this year. Kate and William are coming to the United States, and all of these top-tier stars want to be associated with Kate and William, not Harry and Meghan. So they're keeping their mouths shut, and they're hoping to get an invite to the Earthshot Prize. Even James Corden, who was on top of that stupid double-decker bus, is supposedly wanting to get his foot in the door. So realizing that things aren't going so well for them, they're not being invited to the parties, they're not at all the way they were supposed to be. Harry is supposedly having friendly video calls with his dad. I don't believe that for 1 second. He's trying to heal the rift. He's trying to get back into the fold. Here's my thought process on it. You trashed your family in public. You want back into the fold? You want to heal the rift? You're going to have to do it in public. Go back on TV. Tell everybody about the way you lied, the way you manipulated the truth in the Oprah interview. Tell everybody about the lies you told on Dax Shepard. Just come clean, because you don't slam in public and apologize in private. If you slam in public, you need to apologize in public. So since he's not getting what he wants, supposedly, he's vowing never to return. I don't think people are that upset, dude. All right, moving on. Now, I should let you guys know that it's being reported one of the reasons that Charles is extending an olive branch is he doesn't want Camilla slammed in the new book, right? Camilla and the affair. And I mean, because we all know this is how Harry's going to try to make his money. But as always, the internet never forgets. Harry said in a previous interview that she was a wonderful woman who made Charles happy, and that's the most important thing for him. He said that he and William love her, that they've always been close to her, and that she is not the evil stepmother. So let's keep that in mind when the book comes out. All right, moving on. An update on this story that I gave you guys earlier, that the story about Harry and Meghan wanting to leave their mansion was not real. In the Montecito area where they're living, apparently there was a real estate agent who was hopeful, they said, and that's who started the rumor. All right, moving on. Okay, this story came out that Harry's sinking popularity is really hurting him. Oh, I bet it is. He went from being the most popular royal to being just above Andrew. I mean, but what did he expect? I think he over-expected what the people in the UK felt for him. Kind of like he expected them to still want to pay for his security even after he stepped back. You know what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. As a palate cleanser, I loved this from the Duchess Cornwall on Twitter. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is George playing soccer with his school. What are they feeding that kid? Because man, is he growing. I couldn't help but think to myself when I saw this picture how George is growing up a normal child, going to a normal school, playing normal soccer games, being surrounded by all of his cousins and his family. And when I see stuff like this, I feel so bad for Harry's children. They're being brought up isolated. Yeah, it's scary. All right, I have to tell you guys what happened to Finn last night. My husband went into the bathroom, and when he came out, he wasn't watching, and Finn was on the floor in our bedroom, and I heard a horrible squeal, and my husband had stepped on him. For the rest of the day, Finn would not go anywhere near my husband, no matter how hard we tried. Instead, he was hiding under my desk and everywhere else that he was. But he wasn't injured, but we thought, gosh, how far back did this set us? Well, as you can see from the pictures, not long, because by the time we went to bed last night, Finn was back snuggling in my husband's arms, and this picture I took of him sleeping here when I pulled the blanket back, and that's where he stayed all night. So all is well again in his world, but man, horrible. Lots of stories. What do you guys think about the change.org petitions that are flying around? What do you guys think about Mr. Boozy at this, stage of the game? And what do you think about the Bitcoin scam, the cryptocurrency scam that supposedly Harry and Meghan are now in? You think Boozy got him into it? Because I do. And what do you think of Prince George playing soccer? What are they feeding that kid? You know how I love your comments, so leave them below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Getter. You can email me. To those who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.